All right, welcome into Jersey Chasers, everyone. We got a special episode for you. This episode, we're going to talk about the real athletes of reality TV. We're going to delve into the world of athletics and reality TV, whether that be an athletic TV show or an athlete that's been on reality TV. We're going to go over it all. Also, we are streaming live on YouTube right now. So if you want to check it out, check it out. But, Christy, first
Yes,
of all,
ma'am.
how was your weekend? How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend is okay. I'm unfortunately working Saturdays now, so that's kind of like a bummer because trying to watch Ohio State football while you're working, not fun. But and then Sunday was NFL football, and, and the Browns lost again. So like what's new with that? But I was pretty excited because Monday night my kid came over with my grandbaby, and
Aw.
well, and my grandbaby is turning 3 this coming Monday, the 20th. So we got her a swing set for her birthday. And
Aw.
yeah, so she got to come over and check out her new swing set. It was so cute. It looked like she was turned around and almost started crying when she saw it. It was so awesome. So, um, but yeah, my weekend was pretty decent. How about yours?
I too worked. I also luckily had Monday off, so I did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was a great weekend. That is my kind of weekend to do absolutely nothing.
For sure. I like being able to relax and do nothing.
I know, it's so beautiful. But Christy, do you want to get into it?
All righty. What would you like for me to start with? Because I know we were going to talk about, sports people that are, in reality TV shows that have sports people with it. Um, Now, of course, reality TV started like way back in the 90s with Real World.
Yes.
And that show kind of like paved the way for all these other reality shows out there. And we know that, there's been a couple of football players here and there, like Terry Bradshaw had a show, Chad Ochocinco Johnson had a show. The one that really and Autumn actually did some research on this, and I don't want to take her story away from her. So I'm gonna let her talk about it. But like I have so much to piggyback off of it because there were so many athletes on this show. And so yeah, go ahead. Take over for this portion right now.
Honestly, my research, it was so like when I say it touched every corner of reality TV because there were docu series that could be considered reality TV. There were just regular normal like everyday like pop up on like Real Housewives like reality TV shows. And then of course you have the competition. But one of the shows that had the most amount of athletes that came through was Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I was so shocked.
I wasn't because they
I
think about it. First Bruce,
yes.
he's an athlete.
Yeah. One of the
Caitlin, so that's
yeah.
2 people, 1 person, like, does it count as 2 different people, like 2 different athletes?
I mean Bruce transitioned to Caitlyn, so but Bruce I don't okay, it's hard to explain, but they're the same person, but Bruce is counted as a different person because Caitlyn is a whole nother person. But yes,
So
I
it would
understand.
be 2. So,
Yeah,
okay,
it
so
would be two
there's 2
people.
right there. But then
Mhm.
also now here's where I was like, "Well, duh." All the daughters, they all
Yeah.
date athletes. And we know Rob wasn't dating no athletes.
No, no. Rob was more of like the singer type of like he wanted a singer, but yeah, Kim dated Reggie Bush, um was it Miles Austin,
Chris
married
Humphries.
and married Chris Humphries. Chloe dated Rashad McCants, James Harden, married Lamar Odom. Of course she had a baby with Tristan Thompson. It
2.
was just like two babies. I keep forgetting they have a second kid. it was just like, oh, and then you have Kendall who dated Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons, and Devin Booker. So it was just like an endless amount of like, oh, there's a lot of people. And it's like I kind of forgot, but I can go over all the ones that I wrote down uh for who has been on reality TV.
Let's
So,
go do the rundown.
yes, the rundown. So, we have Eric Decker, he had his own show with his wife Jesse James Decker. We have Eddie Jordan and Eric Snow both appearing on different iterations of Real Housewives as long along with Jim Edmonds, who also appeared with his ex-wife on The Real Housewives. Scottie Pippen, also Real Housewives. Of course, Chris Humphries, Reggie Bush, Miles Austin, Lamar Odom. James Harden was supposed to appear, but Lamar Odom ended up having a stroke, so he never appeared. Rashad McCants, Tristan Thompson, Blake Griffin never appeared. Neither did Devin Booker or Ben Simmons, but they were all like mentioned. Travis Kelce had his own TV show called Catching Kelsey. It was a dating show. Uh, Terrell Owens had his own TV show. Ryan Lochte, the swimmer, had his own TV show. Of course, Jesse Palmer, the host of The Bachelor, was once The Bachelor. There's just it was so many people, and then you
Aaron
had like
Rodgers was a
Aaron,
bachelor, or
Aaron
his
Rodgers'
brother, Aaron Rodgers'
brother.
brother, sorry.
Aaron Rodgers' brother was on The Bachelor. You've had who is his name? Josh Murray, he was on The Bachelor. And that's just the men. That's just the
And
men.
that's just some of the like, that's not even including like, we've been watching Love Island, and they've
Yeah.
got soccer players on there, they've got basketball players on there. Now, these aren't like popular guys that, they've been let
No.
go from their teams, but have you seen Undercover Love?
I think I've heard of it.
It was a
Yes, yes,
complete
yes,
series.
yes. Well, all the
It was
yeah, with all the
soccer
soccer players.
players. Yeah,
Yes.
it was a complete series where they totally fool these women into thinking that they were just these normal guys when they are seriously like some of the top soccer players over in Europe. And they dated them, and it was kind of like Love Island but with clothes on. Speaking of, have you seen Dated Naked yet? Naked yet?
Yes, I actually looked it up and I was like, I heard of this show. And then I remembered I watched it like when it was out,
Oh, you did.
but oh, excuse me, I had to burp. Um,
There was a
my
basketball player on
lunch.
there.
Yeah, there was a basketball player on there. Of
Mhm.
course, we talked about Love Island. Just this past year in Love Island, there was a soccer player on the UK version, and then of course you had Pepe and Chris on the US version, and then of course we had Love Island games. And somehow Chris was the only athlete but did the worst. But then I had to think about it. I was like, wait, Justine, she used to be a college soccer player. And I'm like, it's just like athletes are kind of
Yeah.
always coming in and out of reality TV. And then Love is Blind, that
Mhm.
show. Oh my god. But there was an entire profile done on Edmund when he was in college. He was a
Yeah, he
college
was a
football
football
player.
player, which threw me for a loop.
Threw me for a loop as well.
How
And
did he
then
make it out of a locker room alive? Like,
um honestly, with these last two new episodes that premiered today, he's he knows what he's doing. Like he kind of switched over like a little bit.
yeah, the last episode when he like walked in with the flowers to apologize to KB.
Yeah, and he didn't have like the exaggerated accent. He wasn't like super
Whiny.
flamboyant over yeah, whiny over the top. He was very much like normal. And I was like,
Well, she
So
told him, she goes, "You're not dumb, you're not slow."
yeah.
But
So
he
that's
kind
what
of looks like he is.
yeah, sometimes he acts like he doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, but I found out she was an athlete too. She played basketball.
Yeah.
So I mean like all of these shows just are kind of crazy. I keep forgetting about like Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars probably has had the most athletes on it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, let's be real. It's not like Dancing with the Stars. It's Dancing with the B or D or Z stars. Um, And that's the athletes that are on there too, unfortunately. They get a lot of the athletes that are not in their prime because, of course, why would they be doing that if they were in the prime? I mean, like, have you ever seen anybody that's like hot right now that's on that show besides the Kardashians?
Honestly, Apollo Anton Ono, he was a speed skater. He was,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the only one that
No,
I
the gymnast.
remember.
The gymnast, the
Oh,
boy
all the
gymnast with
gymnasts.
glasses.
Uh, Steven, Nedorezic, I think
Yeah,
that's
I
his name?
know. But he was
Yeah.
USA Gymnastics, and he was like their pitch hitter. He was like their
Mhm.
cleanup man. He sat there the whole entire Olympics like this
And
until
then
his turn.
yep,
He and he went up there and he nailed it. Like, bam! It was so much fun watching the Olympics. I love the Olympics.
I do. They have their own reality show, like,
Yes,
Simone Biles, she had her own reality show, or docuseries, like, Serena Williams had hers, but, I'm gonna go over some that have featured. Of course, Real Housewives, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, The Bachelor has had football players, baseball players. I haven't really seen basketball players on there. Of course, Love Island, Love is Blind, Dance with the Stars, The Challenge. The fact that they only recently started incorporating real athletes into the challenge is crazy.
different. Well, like they used to do it used to be all the real world road rules people.
Yeah,
Then they opened it up to more people, from like Survivor and what's the one where they're running all over the whole entire globe?
Amazing Race.
Yeah. So, and I mean, like, I get it, but I loved turning on the challenge and being like, I remember when those two used to live at this place and they hated that one from that series. And like, they were always fighting. Like, I don't like Wes and CT used to go at it all the time. And now you got
I
other people
know.
in the mix. And it's like, no, stay out their beef.
Honestly, CT having beef with TO is one of the funniest things, but also makes so much sense. Yeah, apparently on because TO appeared on the challenge. Now TO is also like my mom's age. My mom's a little bit older than you.
I was gonna say, stop
And
it. Don't you be
but
picking on me.
but no, he's like in his 50s, and I'm like, he's competing on the challenge and he's like in tip top shape.
Yeah, but look,
Like,
CT isn't that much younger
no, I
because
can't
see, hold on, I'll find out how old Chris is.
honestly, like the CT of it all, he's just such and he's athletic.
I love
I
him.
will
He's
never forget.
45.
He's 45?
Yep. July
That's
16th,
crazy.
1980.
That's crazy.
I believe it. He's been doing this for like ever.
That means he was like mid 20s, early 20s when he went on the real world?
Oh, well, yeah.
Wow.
That's usually the age that they were. They were mid to early 20s when they went on that show. Some of them weren't even of drinking age when they started going on that show.
Oh,
So,
I
I
know.
mean, like they were pretty loosey goosey with it back then. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, and even on the real world, you had Mike the Miz, Cleveland native. He transitioned from being a reality TV star to a professional wrestler.
yeah.
That is a way more athletic job than people give credit to.
And one of the most recognized ones too. And like the
Yeah.
funny thing is when he was on there, he talked about wanting to be a wrestler. And like I looked at him and I'm like, oh, sweetie. Like you should go be the ball boy for the Indians.
But hey, somehow
But
he
remember, I am a little bit older than them too.
ironically enough, his dad used to own a Mr. Heroes here.
Oh, really?
My mom went there once and she was like telling me and my brother, she was like, yeah, I went to this Mr. Heroes near my job. And this guy just kept talking about his son and how his son is a wrestler and how he does all this wrestling stuff. And he showed me all these different things. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, his son's from Cleveland. I was like, Mom, are you talking about the Miz? And she was like, I think so. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, see, I
I
still know him as Mike from the real world because I mean, obviously, like, I haven't lived in Ohio since I was 13, which was well before you were born. We're just
just
gonna make it
listen. Yeah.
abundantly clear. I'm old. I'm gonna be 48 tomorrow, okay?
Oh, happy early birthday.
And guess what? All my friends are actually in Cleveland right now celebrating without me.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
look, I love an air sign, okay? A fellow air sign to a fellow air sign. I'm with
I'm
you.
I am the Libra, like, I am such the scales. I'm so, like, I didn't used to be. I mean, like, I'm still, like, nuts and crazy, and, like, I go from, like, a million to 0 within seconds, but, like, when it comes down to it, I am very, like, level-headed. Yes, I think I am.
It's it's okay. It's okay. We get it. You are. We got it. We got it. But so you we mentioned the challenge, of course the real world, Big Brother, Amazing Race, Total Divas, which was
Mhm,
like the WWE version of like their behind the scenes with the female wrestlers. The
mhm.
Traders, which is a new one that has athletes on it. But the one that is so surprising on this list, and I completely forgot about it, was Married at First Sight.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know
You
the athlete who appeared on Married at First Sight?
No, but I've watched a lot of those.
So, the first athlete I knew of, and I think he's still the only one. There may have been more, but he's the only one I realized, like,
Mhm.
knew of. His name was Matt, and he was an overseas basketball player, and this is when they did
HDL.
the season in Charlotte, and he was paired up with a girl named Katie. And, like, on paper, they fit so well, and they
Mhm.
gelled, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, like, this is perfect." And then come to find out, he didn't wanna be in the, like, experiment, so
Mm,
he would, like, leave for, like, days on end and hours on end, and she couldn't get in contact with him. And at
actually,
one
was checking out,
And
huh?
at one point, yeah, and, like, the expert had to sit down with him at one point and be like, "Hey,
You're
you can't
married.
keep doing this. Not only are you married, but your wife has severe abandonment issues because she was abandoned by her mom." So, like,
Forgotten.
so he would disappear, and it would give her PTSD from her mom
Right.
disappearing. And then at one point, her friend, one of her, like, guy best friends, like, sat her down and was like, "Hey, I saw him out the other night, and he was with a girl."
Ooh.
And she, like, had a breakdown on
Aw,
camera, and then so, like, they go through the experiment and everything, and then they have this thing called decision day,
right.
and then on decision day, he kinda acted like he wanted to be with her, and she was like, "How can you wanna be with me, but every single person in this cast has ran into you with other
With other
people?"
people. Oh my gosh.
So, he was like the I think he was, like, the first time and the last time they ever had an athlete on that show, and he was an
Right.
overseas basketball player, ironically.
Um,
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like the reality TV is always gonna crisscross. Of course, we've had our fair share of athletes past their prime getting their own shows. Like I know recently Terry Bradshaw got his own show. Like I said earlier, T.O. had his own
Mhm.
show. Eric Decker had his own show. Like a lot of these athletes get reality TV shows because that money has
Yeah.
dried up.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I could see why they would be like, "Yeah, let's do it," because their lives are so much in the open anyway, you
Mhm.
know? People are constantly following them around, taking pictures of them, paparazzi and stuff like that, so it's like, why not just give them what they want and get paid for it? I can't blame them. I would do a reality TV show. People would die, like, they would laugh their asses off, but Be like, "Do people actually live like that?" Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, honestly, for years, my family and I have been always saying, like, if only there were cameras around to capture the things to happen. I'm like, we would be must-see television, like, once a week
oh,
because
for
of the
sure.
things that happen. And I'm like, that's, like, the great thing about reality TV is, like, sometimes you'll get one of those shows where it's like lightning in a bottle,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Oh, I need to watch this. This is crazy." Because that's how I remember, T.O.'s show was, is
Mhm.
like everybody liked it at the moment, and then
Right.
when he, started I think it was after Buffalo. Yeah, it was after Buffalo. Everybody kinda was like, "Yeah, no, this is, like, kinda cringy, like, nah, we're not gonna, like, continue with this."
Some of them do go on for a little too long, you know,
Yes.
like the Kardashians.
They are still on the air.
Does anybody still watch them though? I mean, like, obviously somebody has to if somebody's watching them, but you know what I would really like to watch right now? Britney Spears.
That's a
That's a train
yeah,
wreck. I know,
yeah.
and I feel bad for her, but, you know, that's just reality TV though. Like, that's what you wanna watch. Um, I was talking about this with the guys, like, ye a lot of people watch NASCAR because they wanna watch the wrecks,
Mhm.
and oh, NASCAR guys, they did a whole series, a reality TV series, a couple of them did.
Yeah. Yeah, because then that crosses into, like, the docuseries territory.
Well, okay, so Dale Earnhardt Jr. did the docu series about his father,
Mhm.
but before Amazon did a series on 3 of the up and coming drivers. I can't even remember who the heck they are. I feel so bad. I think Austin Dillon was one of them.
Mhm.
But I'm more of an old school NASCAR person, so like Austin Dillon was just coming out as I was kind of like leaving the NASCAR fandom, I should say. I mean, I still watch it every now and then, like when I need to take a nap. But football
I was
season's
about to say I was about to say, I was like, "You can watch NASCAR?" I'm like,
oh yeah. I mean, I will tell you, we watched the 600 in Charlotte recently. That was such a good race. Like my husband and I, we couldn't believe how awesome this race was. We were actually typically I don't get up and stand and yell and scream at races unless I'm like there. And I was actually standing up in my on my lanai yelling at the TV because like it was just so great. There has been so many good close races. And of course, now that football season is on, I'm not watching because I'm watching football. But like it got so interesting. I was kind of glad that I ended up turning it on again because it was like, man, I used to be so into it. I mean, I have a JR tattoo. Yes. I can't show you
"Really?"
what
No, no, I don't wanna know, I don't wanna know.
it is.
But yeah, no, that docuseries territory, I honestly I think the most popular one that made people watch a sport is, Drive to Survive, the F1.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
loved
one
it.
is, like, pretty popular. Um, you have the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. That one's always been popular.
Oh, I'm sure all the men love that one.
Honestly, it's mostly women.
I was
Like,
gonna
I
say there's
remember
probably like lots of housewife
yeah.
drama stuff.
No, so, like okay, so, this is where Imma go deep into my bag.
Oh, here we go.
I used to watch the show when it was on, so it was on CMT, right?
Mhm.
But I didn't watch CMT. I would watch it when it would come on Oxygen, because Oxygen was the network where it was all women, and then
Mhm.
they would, show, like, murder stuff, just to show you how messed up I am, okay?
Women's channel.
Yeah, just to show you.
Women's
But, it would air on Oxygen, and then it would be just, like, hours upon hours. So, like, say you, like, just happen to be flipping through channels and you land on it, you just be watching it for
yeah,
hours.
binge it.
So then, ironically enough, somebody I went to high school with, her, mother-in-law is the choreographer of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. She married
Oh,
her son, yeah.
oh,
So, like, kinda sometimes on social media, get, like, a behind the scenes with, like, certain things, but, like, that show, even when it was on CMT, is one of the most competitive shows I've ever seen in my
oh, I'm
life.
sure.
because like if only the Dallas Cowboys ran how their cheerleading squad ran, oh my god, they would win the Super Bowl every single year. Every
Don't
single
tell Jerry
year.
that. Don't tell Jerry that.
Like when I say they are particular, you have to have your feet pointed a certain way, you have to have your legs high a certain way. They make sure you work out all the time. You have to have a certain amount of stamina. You have to have a certain look. Your outfit has to fit a certain way. You have to have a certain spray tan. Like everything is so particular in order for them to be successful. And then they have a separate group within the group that goes to the photo shoots and goes to like the different like appearances. So say
Mhm.
like there's a corporate appearance and they book the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They're the group that they book. Like it is when I tell you it runs like a football team.
It sounds very much like when I was working at Hooters back in the 90s,
Yeah, a
because
little bit.
Hooters back in the 90s was so much fun. Like now it's boring. Like you go in there, they've got anything and everything on the radio. Um, you you can drink liquor there, which before it was just beer and wine. So, and before you only heard like 50s and 60s music on the radio, and it was just a lot more laid back. And we used to have hula hoop contests. I used to beat guys over the head with paper towel rolls. We would get in food fights. I mean, like we had so much fun. But when you went and the first time I applied, I turned in my application and the manager told me that they weren't hiring. And so I was like, all right, no big deal. Went back to my other job at the little drive-through farm store. And I was working one night and this with my coworker, and this lady comes through and she had a license plate that said Hooters on the front. And my coworker goes, "Oh, you should work there," as the girls get ready to take off. And I was like, "I can't work there." And the girl comes around the other side. She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "What?" Who are you? What? And she goes, "You said you can't work at Hooters. Why not?" And I said, "Well, I turned in my application, a while ago, and he said they weren't hiring." She's like, "Here's my card. You come see me, blah, 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 blah." So anyway, I end up getting the job. And the long story short about the not hiring thing, which really sucks, is they tell you that when they look at you and they don't think that you are Hooters girl material.
Really?
Yes. I end up working that for that manager later on.
Really?
Yeah, but, I don't think he remembered me, but anyway, I mean, I never thought that I was gonna get a job at Hooters. I was never the popular girl. I was a band nerd. I was very awkward growing up. I think of myself as the ugly duckling.
Oh no.
Yes, quack, quack, and I'm okay with that. But, I never thought that I would actually work at Hooters, and then I got the job there, and it was just so much fun, and it was so amazing, and a lot of the girls, they did embrace me, and you had to wear the certain kind of socks. You had to wear your shorts a certain way, and you had to tie your shirt. Now they can't tie their shirts because you can't show belly skin anymore, but you had to tie your shirt, and it had to be, like, so many inches above the waistband of your shorts, and you had to wear your hair down. You had to look like the quote unquote girl next door. No visible tattoos. Of course, I would I definitely want to be able to work there now. But they were very regimented and they told me, they were like, "Yeah, we take a lot from, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders because of how regimented they were with their uniforms and how perfect they had to." Those girls had to line up every day and be inspected before their shift started.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I give the Dallas Cowgirl cheerleaders a lot of credit because they what?
The Dallas Cowgirls.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowgirl cheerleaders, the cheerleaders, they're Dallas Cowgirls. I wasn't trying to diss the Cowboys. You can look at it that
Okay. Honestly.
way because they suck too.
Honestly.
But yeah.
Again, yeah, they're like when I say, and even now that they moved because they moved their reality show from CMT to Netflix,
Mhm.
it's way more like I'm not I'm gonna say this. When it was on CMT, very much reality TV, like very much like produced storylines. Like they had a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader on there. Her name was Kitty Carter. When I tell you that lady was the meanest lady on the show,
Yeah.
she would pull no punches. But, like, when they made the transition over to Netflix, it was more based on their personal lives and what goes on and what goes in
Right.
to being a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader based more based in not what's going on, like, how to make the team, because they have a training camp, like the Cowboys do, so they have an intense training camp that they have to go through. They have to go through
Mhm.
a bunch of stuff, but that leads me to my next sort of genre of reality TV shows, and that's athletic based reality TV shows. So the things that athletes should be good at, but somehow they always end up bad at. So like you have like American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Everybody's bad at that show. Everybody's bad at that show. American Gladiators, the old school one and the new school one. Amazing, amazing show. Of course,
The
The
old school
Challenge.
was awesome.
The Challenge is like it's one of those shows where like I remember the OG challenge, of course, with the real world people and the road rules people. And then now it's like super
It
intense.
is off the chain. Like,
It's
you think that people are gonna lose their lives.
yeah. And there was a time on the challenge where I was like, this is intense for these people who never train like this. And now they train like year round to do these challenges.
Oh, yeah. They know now, and they see the dollar signs.
Yeah. Then you had WWE, they had their own one, it's called Tough Enough, where ironically enough, that's where the Miz came from when he transitioned from the real world to WWE. He was on the show Tough Enough, and then he made it to WWE, of course. Amazing Race, of course, like huge deal, competition around the world. But there's a new one, and every time I see clips of it, I'm like, why are they doing this to these people? Like this is too much. And it's called Special Forces. Have you heard of
Oh,
it?
yes. Yeah, Johnny Manziel's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of it the other day. I haven't been watching it steadily because, I watched it, I think the first season,
Mhm.
and, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." Like, I'm excited to see this, but, like, the people that I thought would, like, do really well didn't, and, vice versa, and it's just like, w it was kinda disappointing. Like,
Mhm.
I just expected more out of some of the especially the basketball players.
Did you though? I didn't expect that much out of a basketball player when they go on athletic TV shows. I don't expect them.
I don't anymore.
Ironically enough, out of all of the athletes that have ever been on like athletic based reality TV shows, basketball players do the worst.
Yeah, even the loved ones.
Yeah, they do the worst because they're somehow simultaneously athletic, but not athletic. It's not like baseball players where baseball players can like play every other sport and then play their own sport, but like other athletes can't play baseball. Basketball players are like super athletic and you can tell they're super athletic, but then they start doing something athletic and you're like, why do you look like that?
Yeah, yeah, go back to basketball. Put your basketball stuff
Yeah. It's like, why do you look like me trying to do something athletic? Like, that is not
Somebody's
how this is
somebody
supposed to
tripping and
look.
falling all over my face. They're right behind me doing the same.
Yeah, like special forces is a different kind of beast.
Yeah.
I think Cam Newton went pretty far on his season of special forces.
Yeah, that was the last
Um,
this 2nd season, right? I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know Travis Kelsey's ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole, she ended up winning.
Oh,
Yeah, and she's also a sports reporter too. So I'm like, that's kind of like go hand in hand.
yeah, that's kinda cool.
Um, but yeah, Johnny Manziel is on this season, and then of course throughout the whole like experience, bring in more people. So I'm very interested to know.
Well, and, speaking of basketball players and reality TV, Dennis Rodman, he's been on a couple of
Yes,
different,
yes,
series.
He's been on a bunch.
I would love to see him on the House of Villains.
Honestly, yeah, he would do well on House of Villains. House of
Mhm.
Villains is one of those shows where it's like I every time I think about watching that show, I start watching it and I just can't stop laughing. I
Yeah,
cannot stop
it's
laughing.
great. It is
It is
great.
hilarious.
So, I wanted to be on Big Brother for the longest time. I wanted to try out for Big Brother. I thought that now this is before showmances became like
Mhm.
the most popular thing on Big Brother. I freaking hate that. Like, I liked the gameplay and the little competitions and stuff, and I was like, "I would be perfect for Big Brother." But now I'm like, "Okay, I'm too old. I wouldn't be able to do any of the physical competitions." And I think Zingbot would hurt my feelings.
Okay, I'm gonna admit something. I'm gonna
Alright.
admit something. I have no clue what's going on in Big Brother. I've never watched the show. I don't know what's
Mm.
happening.
I
Every
haven't
time I
watched it
see
in a couple
it
seasons, so
every time I see it, I'm like, I wanna get into it. I think I would like it, but then I'm like, I don't know what's the point of the show. I don't get it.
so, you go into the house. Okay, so it's like real world, but you have
Mhm.
challenges, and then
Okay.
they vote you out. But you can be
Okay.
safe. You can be safe, you can be head of household and control the house, put up the people for eviction. Then they do
Mhm.
contests to see if they can stay or not be evicted. And then if one of them wins, you have to replace that one with another nominee. Usually it's always 2 people going up, to be evicted, and then the house votes on you to be kicked out or not. So, last man standing wins all the money.
Now, you know what's so funny? I've never seen regular Big Brother,
Yeah,
but I have watched
celebrity.
Celebrity UK Big Brother.
It's not the same. I mean,
It's like
I don't see that. Do they do competitions? I've never seen them do competitions. I can't remember.
no, the
Yeah, they don't.
UK version, the Celebrity UK version, I've never seen them do a competition. It's always they're just randomly lounging around the
Yeah,
house.
that and no, Big Brother, you have to do competitions because you have to win head of household, and like I said, then you put up nominees, and it's nuts. Like, it looked like the best, funnest summer camp for an adult with no alcohol, though,
Yeah,
which
because
is
you
fine.
are, yeah, because you are like being monitored 24/7. I do know that.
Oh, yeah, there's cameras everywhere except for the toilets, and actually, they ended up putting cameras in the toilet rooms once because someone took someone's toothbrush. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it gets nasty. Like, yeah.
Oh my god. Ironically enough, that kind of leads me into
Oh, no.
not not the toilet. No, oh my god, no,
Oh,
not
okay,
that, not
okay.
that, not that. So I was asking you before we started recording, what in your opinion is like the most unhinged or cringy thing that an athlete has done on reality TV?
Oh, is this what we're gonna finish with? Is this our closing?
No, 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 this is not our closing. No, absolutely not. I got one more for you.
Okay. All right. So I told you my biggest cringe thing in reality TV, I think ever is just right off the top of my head, Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner. I just think that that was a little too much. And I just but I mean, hey, more power to her.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a big supporter of LGBTQIA rights. I love my gay peeps, love them
Oh, so do I.
100%. I genuinely when Caitlyn, well, when Bruce made the transition to Caitlyn, I was like, wow, like somebody in a position of power can do a lot of change. She hasn't done much.
No.
I really don't care for her as a person. She's not really a great person, but I never liked that she was kind of profiting off of it,
Yeah.
but not actually shedding light on real issues that was going on in the trans community, especially with like the high abundance of trans women that have been killed, and like of course the bathroom bills that are super crazy. But that's your cringiest one. My cringiest one was Jesse Palmer. He was the Bachelor.
Mhm.
Again, now host
Yes.
of The Bachelor. When he was The Bachelor, he straight up one day at a rose ceremony called the wrong name of the wrong girl.
Whoops.
Gave the girl the rose and then brought in the host, and he had to say, "So hey,
Oh
you
my
are
god, he
not the
came.
one." He was like, so I meant to give this to this other girl, and she looked like defeated, like, oh my
I
god,
can't believe he didn't tell her himself.
no, they had to bring the host in, and Jesse was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to say this girl's name. I said your name by mistake." And she like went to go give it back. He was like, "No, no, no, just keep it, just keep it." But it was just one of those things where it was like, I
Yeah,
want to crawl out of my skin. Like
yeah,
this is so bad.
yeah.
Like,
I
oh,
I've seen couples in reality TV where you can tell that they're starting to, you know, grow apart.
oh,
Like
yeah. The
John Cena and Nikki,
Nikki Bella, yeah.
that was
He
sad.
is crazy. And as someone with OCD, I fully understand like being OCD, but
Yeah,
he wasn't even like OCD. He was like very rude to her
yeah,
all the time.
it was sad.
It was really bad.
Yeah,
Again, another athlete on a TV show that probably went on there to be like, "Ooh, you get to see another side of me," and it was like,
right.
"Oh, you
Wrong
shouldn't have
side.
done this.
Yeah, we didn't wanna see that. No.
You shouldn't have did it." And when they broke up, I was kind of like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
you go,
I
girl.
saw this coming." Like
Yeah.
I'm like kind of saw that coming.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think of another one that always makes me say like, "Oh, this was bad." Um, hmm.
With sports guys, I don't know.
With sportsmen, oh, okay, I can think of one.
Okay.
Um, it was on. So it was again. I'm a reality TV watcher. This is my life. I do this. I'm a for lifer. Um, for real. So on
There's only
Real
one on here.
Housewives
Ah.
of Orange County. So this is when Jim Edmonds and his ex-wife Megan King were on the show. So by the way, Jim Edmonds has been married like 5 times, right? Each wife different than the last. So that's why I mentioned this for a reason. So he gets married to Megan King. He's still close with his first wife. His first wife gets cancer.
Oh,
Megan's on the show with a woman whose boyfriend has cancer. Megan goes deep, deep, deep into this like conspiracy that this man does not have cancer. And at one point, Jim just like tells her straight up, like, "Ma'am, please, I need you to back off." And it was just like the way he said it, it was like, oh,
yeah.
oh, it was so bad.
Oh, yeah, I don't like, yeah.
It was bad. It was really bad. Like, and I just like think now of all the like cringy things I've seen on reality TV, like the whole Odom storyline on Keeping Up with Kardashians. That was
Oh my
just
god. No,
that
what's
was
even worse is
hard.
he's getting a doll that's just like Chloe. Like, he
That
actually went on a show, or like he did a Instagram live or something. I don't know, I don't remember, but he's showing off this sex doll that looks just like Chloe that he's buying.
it was,
That's messed up.
yeah, it was them. Their whole relationship to me was just like, I was like, "Well,
Mhm.
look, they did profit off of it. They got a TV
Yeah.
show out of it. They
Mhm.
made a ton of money from their like they had a fragrance line at one point. Like they made a ton of money. But
Yep.
it's just like certain moments where I just am like, "Oh
So
no,
sad.
this is super cringy." Super cringy. I'm trying to think of any other ones.
Anything from
Oh,
Fear Factor. Oh.
No, no, I forgot there was an entire athlete episode of Fear Factor. Every time I think of Fear Factor, I literally number 1, the fact that Joe Rogan is the
Me too.
host is crazy, but second of all,
Joe Rogan.
it's just like I just think of the fact that there was an episode at work I was watching one day because my coworkers decided to watch it, where these like there were women on the show that submerged themselves in like a thing full of leeches, and they had to like get like unlock themselves, and it was just like, oh no, oh no, you could never pay me.
Yeah, no, I'm not going in a tub with leeches. I'm not going in a tub with snakes. I'm not going to let you cover me with snakes and spiders. And no,
I'm not gonna eat a worm. Like, no,
right?
no,
I'm not
like,
eating a cricket. No.
no. I'm trying to think of any other ones because there are a bunch that I'm like, this is just cringy.
Oh, I'm sure
Um,
we could do a part 2 to this.
well, I'm gonna tell you the cringiest one. Now this one is the
Oh, it
cringiest
just
one.
popped into your head. All right, let's go.
It has to be because we've talked about him earlier, and of course, again, his show. New episodes came out. Had to be Edmund in episode 6.
Oh, yeah. New cringeworthy. Yeah.
I've never seen a grown man cry over not being able to have sex with another person.
Yeah. That was I am surprised that KB stayed with him afterwards. That would have been the biggest ick, and I'm out, like, for
I
sure.
would have I would have been on the next plane to Denver that afternoon.
Yeah.
The moment he went down and hit the bed, I would have packed my bags and you
I'm
would have
getting the hell
never
out of
heard.
Dodge.
You
Actually,
would
no,
have
I
never
would pack
heard
his
from me.
bags and I would make him leave there because, like, that looked like a nice place. They were in
It
Mexico.
did. It did, but it was awkward. It was him saying, "I'm such a nice guy. I don't
I
understand why
do
this happened
everything
to
for
me."
you.
It was just one of those things where it's like, "Am I really watching this? Is this man really telling this woman that he's such a nice guy?"
And they had only known each other for a total of less than 15 days.
Right?
Had only seen each other in person for 3 days by then, maybe. But
It was
they had maybe known each other a total of 15 days.
it was one of those moments where I was like, "Oh no." I was like, "I
I'll be
want to
surprised if she
leave."
says yes. I mean, like, right now, the way that it's looking, it looks like she's veering towards yes.
I will
Um,
hope not. I will hope not.
some of them surprised me. Okay, so we didn't talk about this last week, but I actually finished Love is Blind Brazil, the newest season. And this new season, they had everybody was 50 and over. And you would
Wow.
think, yeah. And I mean, it was great. I was like so excited for this season because I was like, they are gonna know what they want. Like these, they're over 50. Like I'm almost that age. I know exactly what I can deal with in a man and what I can't. So like these people, they're gonna get it right, right? No,
Mhm.
not one of them stayed married.
Of course not. I will say this, what I've learned, and I think I said this in like episode 1 or episode 2, the one thing I've learned from Love is Blind is that in every iteration, every single man that ever shows up on that show, no matter what country, no matter what region, they are all trash.
Yeah, I mean, I felt so bad for who was it, Madison? We were talking about this earlier today, Joe and Madison. Like we knew from the get go he wasn't going to marry her.
He wasn't attracted to her, and I think she tried her hardest, but he was drunk all the time,
Hmm.
just like his friend, what's her name? What's her name with the bad hair?
Oh, Nick and
Annie.
Yeah, Annie.
Mhm. Yeah. Always drunk. Definitely just on the show for vibes. A homosexual. Yeah, yeah, like it's just one of those again, Love is Blind is one of those shows
So is
when
Anton an alcoholic? Do you think? Because Allie is claiming that he's drinking too much.
I understand both sides of it because I'm like, yeah, when you do get off of work and you get off in the morning, why are you having a beer?
Well, because it's like getting off work in the evening and having a beer.
Yeah, but then I'm like, But then I'm like, yeah, if he works all night and he's just like, yeah, I just want to, and like his
Right,
body clock is on that time. I'm like, yeah, I can see it. I
right,
could see if it was every single day, but if it's like every once in a while, okay. But if it's every single day, then
yeah.
yeah, I would say I have a problem with that. But if it's not every single day, girl, calm down.
Well, and like, she questioned him about beers that were missing and then asked if a half a
Mhm.
bottle of tequila is still in the fridge. And he's like, I don't know. Well, dude, if you drank it or not, just be honest about it. Like,
Just
I'm
be,
sure she
yeah.
would rather you be honest about it than be like, I don't know if I drank it or not. Go look and it's not there anymore.
And it'd be like, oh yeah, like my friend may have came over, and it's like, no, your friend either came over or he didn't.
Yeah,
Like,
and
just
he
say
never
it.
came up to the apartment, but we finished the beers. He stayed downstairs the whole time, but we finished the beers.
I told every single one of my friends this. Not a person on this show is getting married. If
Oh,
somehow
you
one
don't think
is
so?
getting married,
Sparkle
they're
Megan?
divorced. No, no,
No,
no, no.
not Sparkle
After
Megan and Jordan.
no, after this episode, no,
Yeah,
no,
I really
because
have high hopes going into this too.
yeah, no. After this episode where they genuinely just could not communicate, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, the end, they were getting it was getting a little heated there.
When she was like, I love the fact that she's like, hey, sometimes I just want to go play tennis or play golf. And
Yeah,
then after that, I want to just shoot to Aspen. And then after that, I'm gonna come back home and I'm gonna go out with my friends. And we're gonna
and
go
you
on a
can
nice
ride
day
along.
trip. And she's like, and I want you to be along. And he's like, I have a child. Like, I
Yeah,
can't
I
do
can't
that,
do all
man.
that. Yeah,
And it's like, it's just one of those things where again, nobody's getting married on this season.
but it
And I
does
rock.
it does open a lot of people's eyes, single people,
Mhm.
to say, "Okay, look, he makes a point because he's a dad. He has responsibilities." And he looks like he'd be the partier, slacker, like surfer,
Mhm.
skateboarder, whatever. And he's the most down to earth, grounded guy, I think, this season.
That's saying a lot.
It is. And but I get Megan's point of view. She has worked hard. She's got that lifestyle. She's got the money to do it. But
Mhm.
yeah, he's not going to be able to jet set around with you. So you need to understand that and you need to compromise and be like, all right, well, maybe I'll do a weekend getaway with my friends every once in a while.
Yeah. That's that's where I'm like, I don't think that's happening because she definitely is like, no, I just want to go to Aspen this weekend. If you can bring the kid. But it's just I don't think they're gonna get married.
Mm,
Um,
much.
but Christy,
Yes, ma'am.
we're almost at the finish line. I have one
Let's,
more question for you.
let's do it.
If there is a team in the National Football League, NBA, MLB,
Mhm.
they don't have a reality show right now.
Okay.
Who, in your opinion, needs one?
The
Not
Giants.
Hard Knocks. No, 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 not Hard Knock style. Not Hard Knock style, like Real Housewives
Yeah.
style.
No, I'm
The
saying
Giants?
the Giants.
The Giants.
The Giants. Because
Mm,
I want to see Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo's budding friendship and teammateship. And like, I would love to see them. Like, I know Cam has a girlfriend. I don't know if Jackson has one or not, but we did see Jackson's parents after the football game last weekend, and they look super cute. She looks my age. I would love to hang out with his mom. Um, but I want to see their relationship and we've already missed so much from when they first started together and they first met at camp and everything. So like I kind of feel like there was a very big opportunity missed there
mhm.
because those two guys, I'm telling everybody, like they're going to be the best duo in sports. So I really wish we could see them. What do you think?
I have 2.
Okay.
Well, no, yeah,
You're
2,
only allowed to have one. Choose your favorite.
but
One or the
I'm trying to go back and forth because one is like it's playing out in front of everybody, but I don't think I could see the behind the scenes because like it would just be
other
too
make you
much.
mad.
Um, that one I don't like, I wanna see, but I don't wanna see is the Philadelphia Eagles. But the one I think I need this so much in my life because I need to understand what is in the water going on with this team.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers. I
Uh,
need to know what's going on.
well, you're a little biased because that's your football team.
A little bit, but at the same
Oh.
time, you have that many polarizing players on your team, and almost every single one of them has gone down with a major season-ending injury. I need to know what's happening.
Well, and like unfortunately, there's times where I have looked at other football teams and been like, they look perfect on paper,
Mhm.
and something happens and they fall apart. And it's just circumstances.
Like, I don't need to see the
Maybe they have a
Chiefs.
curse.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to see them. I see you all the time. Even though I would love a behind the scenes the Chiefs Lions, whatever that
Oh, that
was.
brawl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
whatever that was.
Branch, I think was his last name. He's got some
Mhm.
balls to do that in KC.
Well, he wasn't gonna hit Patrick Mahomes.
Oh
That's
no.
just something. No, he
Well,
wasn't
no,
gonna
he
do that.
pushed his. Plus, it wasn't Patrick Mahomes that was pissing him off all game. So, I mean, yeah, Pat went to go high five him. He's like, nah. And then, as Pat's buddies come in, and Branch is like, nah, screw you. You've been sticking it to me all game. I'm going to stick it to you now. Yeah. Whoops.
But honestly, yeah, I think I need a San Francisco 49ers or a Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
I live for the downfall of the Chicago Cubs. I do.
Well, it's always fun to see, someone fall after they've done so wonderful beating your own team.
I will never, ever, ever forgive Major League Baseball for 2016, ever in my life.
Never forget. Never forget.
They robbed me of the greatest sports year of my life. Um,
Welcome to my life.
this
You should have
it
been
would have
alive
been.
during the 80s.
I've been robbed of 3 championships in my life. Okay,
That's it.
3, 3.
That's it.
That's it. I know. But Christy,
Yes, ma'am. We are done, aren't we?
we are. It's coming to an end. Now,
Uh-huh.
next week we
Yes.
will be back
Yes, we will.
to our regular schedule program. Thank you for tuning in to
Yeah.
our special theme episodes. I think we're gonna do this probably like once a month of a special like theme episode.
I think it'd
Or
be fun.
I know we have one coming up in a couple
Yes.
weeks, another one, but for us here at the Jersey Chasers Pod, I've been your host, everyone's favorite season, the knower of ball, Autumn, joined by my beautiful co-host.
Christy, a cutie. Everybody's favorite cutie.
And thank you for tuning into Jersey Chasers, you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. We hope to see you next week.
Yes, we do. Oh, follow us and like us on socials, people.
Yeah.
Our handles are in our
Yeah, it's
yes,
right
right
there.
there.
Right
You
there.
see it?
See it?
See it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jersey Chaser Pod. Yeah.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your podcasts, and of course Inside EdgeNet on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. But we have been Jersey Chasers. Bye. Love you guys.
Good night. You have to stop the recording now or the live.
Oh, I know.
Control. You forgot, didn't you?
All right. We good.